Thank you for joining us at XM.com. You're watching this Forex Preview video. We'll have a look at U.S. retail sales out on Tuesday and, of course, the outlook for the dollar. I'm Cristina Marujas, and joining me today is Mario Hadjikyriacos, investment analyst. Now, Tuesday will prove crucial for the U.S. We'll be getting the all-important retail sales report. It will give us a first sense of how consumers responded after weeks of being in lockdown, but also because Chairman Powell will testify before the Senate. Do you think the retail sales numbers will come in better than expected? And how can Powell's testimony affect risk sentiment?
Hello, Christina. Well, the retail sales are a tricky one. The forecasts suggest an 8% increase, but that comes after a 16% drop in April. So, yes, it's a positive sign that the US consumer is getting more confident, but this is a modest rebound at best. Now, I think that as far as data go these days, this could prove crucial. We have a debate in the markets lately. The bulls are saying this recession won't be so bad, and that has been pushing up stocks, for example, lately, whereas the bears are saying the recovery will be much slower than everyone expects, and this data will be crucial in settling this debate. Now, as far as Powell goes, I think he has a lot more incentive to maintain a very cautious tone. So there have been some positive signs lately on the economic front. For example, the latest US employment report was better than expected. It suggested that the worst may have passed for the economy, but the Fed has been very cautious on that front. Fed officials have repeatedly said the recovery might be slow, and they've repeatedly asked Congress for even more stimulus. So I think that Powell will maintain a very cautious tone, and that will put more pressure on Congress to act again and deliver another rescue package. The alternative would be that Powell appears optimistic, and that could lessen the pressure for Congress to do anything more, and that's surely a scenario that Powell wants to avoid.
Turning to the dollar now, it has found its footing lately as markets started to focus on the risk of a second wave of virus infections. This week will likely show whether the mass gatherings we saw lately in the U.S. triggered such a wave. So how do you think the greenback will perform?
Now, that's the biggest driver, in my opinion. We might see the dollar retreat a little bit and stocks to rebound a little on Tuesday if Powell maintains a very dovish tone. But that will be a smaller part of the overall direction of the markets. And the overall direction, I think, will come from how quickly US virus cases increase from here. We've already seen a lot of caution in the markets lately that we might be seeing a second wave of infections in the US. And like you highlighted, the coming days will show us whether the protests that we saw across the nation helped to boost, let's say, the infectivity rate. I think that this will be the biggest driver for the markets, and I also think that this period of risk aversion that we are seeing might stay with us for a little longer. It's going to take at least a few weeks before we can tell whether this is a second wave or not, and I would expect the markets to remain cautious throughout all of this, which implies some scope for the retail rebound that we've seen the dollar to continue in the short term at least.
Marius, thank you for joining me today and for this conversation, and thank you for watching this Forex Preview here at XM.com.